Hey guys, what's up? It's Mig here from MaxxBeats, and today I am going to show you a little behind the scenes of how I collaborate with other producers. So my boy LeviiBeats sent me some melodies that he made and gave me inspiration to want to create a full instrumental around that melody. I've imported the file into Logic and it set the tempo at 77. How did it do that? Well, it seems that Levi uses Logic as well. So once you've created the project in Logic, when you share stems with somebody else who's using Logic stamps that file as a Logic audio file, and when you import it into another producer's Logic session, their session will recognize that and it'll give you the option to adjust your session template to that audio file, which is what I did here, which is 77 beats per minute. So what I want to do is I want to go through this melody that he created and just make sure that it's even. It looks like it's a nice even 8-bar pattern, because I'm counting right here. 3 to 11 is 8 bars, but let's hear it. Very nice. Perfect. And he let it ring out at the end in case I wanted it to, in case I had an area where this wasn't going to loop. It was just going to, you know, where I would want the reverb to kind of ring out, maybe the end of the track or by the bridge. But in this case, since we're creating the drum pattern around this, I'm going to close off the end of this and keep it as an 8-bar loop. I'm going to hit the loop button, which is L in Logic. All right, so we have that. Awesome, great. What I'm going to do now is start a drum pattern. And this is definitely like a 90s style boom bap type of old school hip hop beat. So it's going to stay soulful. The drums are going to swing a little bit. And we're going to do this with the new drum sequencer. Okay, so what we need to do now is find some drums. So I'm actually going to go to Logic's stock library for this. There's some really nice drum kits in here. So let's see what we have. Let's go through some of the new kits. All right, I'm going to go down here and just kind of like look at the titles first. I'll look at the titles first to see if there's anything that they've titled to make sense with maybe what might be an old school hip hop beat. You see this? I don't know. Let's just try some things. What is this? No Man's Joint. Here we go. See? Good titling. Good titling. Found a kit right away. Let me see if this could work. All right, good. That's going to work. So what I want to do is, first I can expand this and show you that each one of these sounds in the drum kit designer will play on its own track, which means that you can affect things independently of each other. Ooh. All right. Let's see what we got. I'm going to close this up and we're going to create a pattern region. Okay, there's a pattern region. We are good to go with our first drum loop. So first I want to just move everything to start at the beginning of a new 8-bar section. So this first 8 bars is nothing. All right, let's start drawing in this beat. So down here in the drum sequencer, you can click on the icons here to preview what each sound is. All right, so very easy, drop a kick here. And what I want to do is I want to set a loop up here. All right, so let's make this to a 32-step pattern. It's a 16-step pattern as is. And now when I click 32 steps, it's going to duplicate that 16 to another 16. As a matter of fact, you could do that again. I'm going to make a 64-step pattern. I'm going to add a crash right here. All right, so see this swing button right here? I just opened up the additional information section right here, and I'm going to set the swing a little bit higher. There we go. All right, let's stop this and play everything back together. All right, so far so good. What I want to do now is close out this sequencer, and I'm going to go to the pattern, and what I want to do is take each one of these sounds and put it on its own track now. So what you do is you right click and you convert to a MIDI region, and then you do this one more time. You do separate by note pitch. There it is. Okay, there's everything that I just did. And they're on their own tracks now and their own MIDI regions. I can go further in and edit. Eventually I'm going to turn them into audio if I'm satisfied with how they are. All right, so I actually want to speed this entire pattern up. 77 is cool, but it's too slow for me for this. Just a little bit faster. So let's do this. Let's undo that real quick. Where are we? Where are we? Let's undo the, oh wait, actually let's redo this. And let's get rid of this whole tempo map situation here. I want to increase the tempo here. Let me just try this out real quick. All right, so the loop didn't change with the tempo, so what I need to do is go back to it and just flex it. So I'm gonna go here and hit Command F, and now we have flex on, right? And let's try this. Let's see if that works. It should work. And then over here, hit. It's fine, actually. You don't have to do anything else. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Get rid of the tracks that I'm not using. All right, cool, 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 cool. I'm gonna loop everything that I did out so far. And I just hit flatten stack, so I could take these out of the original drum kit stack they were in, because I really want everything completely separate and on its own, and I want to edit every drum element as if it was just a separate MIDI track. And my my dog's barking upstairs. There we go. I can kind of go in here and do a little bit of mixing. All right, so I'm gonna take that piano and I'm going to kind of give it a little bit of a old wobbly type of feel with Logic's tape delay. So I'm gonna put tape delay on here and I'm gonna set the feedback to 0. I'm gonna set the dry to 0, wet all the way up, but we don't want any delay. So we're gonna take tempo sync off and we're gonna put this at 0. And let's just mess with some of these modulations down here, like flutter. There we go. And then we're gonna put an EQ after this. So let's try a single band EQ and make it a high cut. Very cool. At the same time, I do want to cut the bottom off a little bit too. Really make this feel like an old school sample. I'm going to take a little bit of that flutter off of here. Add a little bit of spread right here. I like that. So this is going to have, like I said, a really old school feel. So what I want to do is I want to get a sample. And I'm going to go right into Logic's library. And I am going to get a sample of Vinyl Hiss. So let me see what I can find here. Bring this down here. Okay, so scratches could be really cool for this too, as fills, like that. All right. Vinyl scratch. I'm going to drop this bad boy right before the beat starts. And we're just going to loop it out. We're going to loop this out. And we're going to bring it down. We're going to tuck that bad boy down. Let's just get the vibe. Real quick, I'm going to group these drums. So select them all and hit create track stack, right? I'm going to make my own stack here, which is a summing stack, and I'm going to just write drums. And now I can kind of, you know, effect these drums as a group, and I can also mute them out like that and test some things out on the arrangement, just like that. So I want to mute this out and go back to one of these scratches. Let's take that and drop that right here. Let's move that right to the end as a fill. And actually what I could do is I can unmute this snare right here. I think that could be kind of cool, or even do this halfway through so that it's doom chika as the fill with the scratch. Doom chika. We'll do it like that. So maybe just grab this. All right, go back here. I have to do something really quick with resizing my window, because to use the commands, I have to hit escape. And sometimes when you hit escape, it also resizes your window. So let me do that. So I'm just going to unmute this section right here. Come on, go back. I lied. That's not how you do it. But let me hit this. Skies. I forget my commands. I've been working with so many DAWs lately that I think I'm forgetting my commands. All right, there we go. I just kind of got into working with FL as well and Pro Tools, and I'm memorizing so many commands from each DAW that sometimes I forget. So we could do that, right? Let me take the kick out. So the kick is right here. All right, cool. Let me save this real quick. Do I have coffee left? Let me see. No? No more. Water? Yeah. Cool. So next on the agenda here is we need a bass line, don't we? So for these kind of beats, we don't do the 808s and all that stuff as the main bass line. We do something funky. We do something that's like, you know, has some old school vibe to it, and that's usually like a Fender P bass or something like that. So actually, let's go and check out this free plugin that I downloaded from Ample Sound called Ample Bass P Lite 2. And let's see if that works for this. Let it load up. Ooh, let's see what that does. Something in there, right? Let me go up here and hit the capture record button, which I have to enable. If you guys don't know about this, this is a lifesaver. Capture recording. There you go. You just learned something new that was not planned out in this video. So let's go here, and I'm not going to quantize it yet. I want to hear if there's any natural performances there that don't need quantizing, that are like close, but they feel like real. I heard something cool right here. Let me separate this. I heard this like thing that I played went down, do, 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 boom. So maybe I can use that as well. Let's split that, take out all the stuff before that. And then here I made a mistake. All right, I think I'm going to use this right here. Let me move this over here. And we're going to really work on this as the main bass loop. I want to change that note right there. That's cool, that could work. So let's just loop this one more time, and then this section won't have it. So let me close out some of this stuff so I can see what's going on here. Now I notice that the crash is like playing like every, 4 bars? or 8 bars. I need to get rid of that. It's actually like every 4 bars. So let me just... This will start our 16 bar rap section. From here to here is 16 bars, and then we'll bring this hook back in here. This is how we're going to arrange this. Before I even add any other sounds, we're going to start arranging. That's how I do things. And that's an 8-bar hook. And we'll do the same exact thing right here. Verse again. Something is... Okay, my vinyl scratch pattern is not exactly lined up correctly. So I need to go here and just kind of... Actually, I'm gonna use this guy right here and just cut that. And then I just want to make this... You know what? Actually, I don't need to do that. I can leave it as is and then just compress the time. And you do that by grabbing the back end of this here. We just uncut that, all right. And then Option, and then you drag, okay? So now the loop stays intact, but it fits within that exact bar. And now I can just loop it out again. And there we go. Actually, leave a little bit at the end. I'm sorry, that's not even the end, so we're not even there yet. So intro hook. So intro, hook, verse, 16 bars, another hook, and then we have another verse and another hook. I need to go up here and hit view so I can see the secondary ruler to see how much time this track has. So that's good. So 2 verses, 2 hooks is all it's going to need because it's going to end at 325, and then we can do like a fade out on maybe the keys or something. So I'll take the keys and I will take the vinyl. And we will move that here as well. And I'm going to go to my output and I'm going to say show output track here. Hit A for automation and bring up the volume option. We're just going to fade that out. As soon as Logic decides to let me have access to this function. I think I need to get more memory on this. I don't know. It has 16 gigs. I think I need to like double that. This machine takes 64, so I need to get my memory going, my memory game up here. So let's go right here and just draw a fade out. And that's it. The track will end like that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll add the beat back in as it's fading out. Like right here. And that would be how it ends. I like that. I want to add a bit more to this. Obviously, I need to add some melody sounds, things like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to add yet, so I'm just going to kind of mess around with some things. But let's hear what we have so far. You know what? I also need to add these scratch fills in certain places. A little trick. When your audio file is too short, add a MIDI region right before it. And then you have an even section that you could grab here and place. Like right here. I'll grab 2 more of these. Put them here. Same thing here. And that's it. I have my scratches everywhere that I need them. Okay, right here, I want to drop out the kick drum. And the hi-hat as well. the bass there. I actually don't even like that crash sample. I'm going to change that. So, yeah, that's kind of a crappy crash sample. And I know it's like not a big sound to pay attention to, but I kind of pay attention to every single sound that goes into these productions, as you guys should as well. Nothing is too big or too small to pay attention to. So, crash. Let's see what we got. I'm just going to start clicking on some of these and see what they sound like. Cool, but let me see how long that drags out. It's actually not bad. Let me see what else. Crate digger crash. I don't know. Let's see. That's good. I like that. All right, so I'm gonna do something to like tighten up these drums. I'm going to go to my favorite compressor, which is Waves Cla Compressor. Let me EQ out the way. Pedal board amp processor that's on the drums, which I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep. It was part of the preset. All right, let me go into Waves CLA2A. Is awesome. I love it. Tightens up anything like immediately. Listen to that. So even a stock drum can sound decent. Let me do something with these hats. I might, no, I'm going to keep them in here. I want them to be part of the kit. But I'm going to do something on the EQ side. So let me take some of this bottom end off of this. Raise a little bit on top. And then we need some reverb on it. So let me add a little bit of reverb. Usually I would do these through sends, but I'm going to do this right on the sound itself. I'm just going to grab Chroma Verb, built-in reverb, and see what I can do here. All right. Not so wet. It's a little bit of space, right? Save this. So another great plugin that I've had for probably over 12 years, it's so underrated, but I'm going to go here and I'm going to open up an instance of Stylus RMX, which is the same company that makes Omnisphere. Let me go and find an example groove here. Hi-hats. I want to do hi-hats. Let me back out of that. Let's go into sound menus and see if I can do like something with hats. You know what? I have to actually use the Groove Elements library for this. Go back and find hats for this. So let me see what I have down here. Kicks, hi-hats. All right, cool. So these are like MIDI patterns already. Just hold down the key and change this to immediate. Change this from slice menu to groove menu. Wait a second. See, something like that might work really well with this groove. So let's hit 2, 3, 4. Let me drag and drop this pattern here. Don't import the tempo on that because I don't want to change the current tempo. Let's see what this sounds like. All right, so it gave me the wrong... Oh, you know why? I have to find the one that's highlighted. There it is. It's this guy right there. Let's play that back. Take this out. And then drag this pattern. Let's try that out. Cool, cool, cool. Don't import the tempo on that. Let me see if this kind of tightens that hat pattern up. Yes, very nice. I'm going to take out that bass part in the beginning that goes boom, boom, boom. I don't need that. This is nice. I mean, it doesn't need much else, honestly. If I want to just put like a string or maybe like a horn or some kind of like brass loop or something in the hook, I can. Let's see what we have here. Let's go to strings first, because these kind of tracks are really nice when they're just wide open. Violins. Let's try something like that. Logic has really nice string sections built in now. Takes a minute for them to load up because, all right, good. We're there, we're there. So let's see what happens here. Try something like that and just bring it down really low. Let's drop that in. Throw some reverb on that, like a lot of reverb on that. I'm going to duplicate this out. I want to try a, let me save this. I want to try like a more staccato type of string now. And staccato means, for those of you who are not like experienced with like music theory and the terminology, it just is more of a shorter, stabbier kind of bum, 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 bum. not like a legato that kind of plays out. So let's see. We have last plate articulation right here. Staccato. You'll hear the difference. See, when you hold it out, it doesn't do anything. Just want to see if there's anything in this hook that I can add with a little bit of this energy. I don't know yet. That, so I don't know if I'm gonna even do it. I think I just like the straight string being held out. You know what we could try? We could try some brass. So let's try studio horns. So I will go for a section here and see. Yeah, let's try Mississippi Joint or Sugar Hill. Let's try Sugar Hill. Let's see if there's anything in there that inspires any parts to be added. Some straight stuff like that. It's real, like, laid back. Once again, this needs a lot of reverb. It's kind of cool. right, so I kind of have an idea there. I'm gonna fix it. I have one note that's off, but I really actually like this. So let's see what we can do on the quantizing side here. I'm missing that first note. Hey, come on, copy. What is the deal with that? All right, there we go. Let's legato these guys out. Let's see what a harmony sounds like. Let's try that. Kind of like that. What we could do is we could separate this and this note right here is too long. Dun, dun, ba-da-dum. Right there. That's what I want. Give it a little human feel, you know? And this stuff, see how it's red? That means the velocity's being hit real hard. So what I'm gonna do is grab the velocity tool right here in your piano roll and just bring all these down a little bit. As a matter of fact, the bottom notes probably more so. So let's do this. Bring them and then bring these up a little bit higher. All right, so what I'm going to do is shorten the last part of each one of these sections only on the sustained lower notes. Right there, right when the snare hits. Same deal here. Rhythmically, you're going to see why. You're going to hear why. Take this out of here. So this section right here and this need to have the same swing. What happens here? I could believe this last one. All right, that's cool. Let's take this and put that here because I noticed they're not feeling the same. I'm just gonna copy that over. Is this the right spot? It seems like it's the right spot. All right, let's see. What's going on here? All right, something weird is happening right there. I'm not sure what, but let's see. Just shorten these just a slight bit more. Let's see how that works. So to me, I think this is almost done. There's one thing I want to add, and that's a vocal chop. So I don't know what I have here. I randomly find things that are really cool for this type of thing. So I'm going to go into my loop library, and I'm just going to type in vocal or shout and see if anything comes up. Definitely not that. Let me go into my untagged loops, which is my personal library. That's not an Apple loop. Let me just type in shout.
Hey! Come on, let's get it. Hey, 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 woo, woo, woo.
Woo,
Woo.
Let's take that. I want to see something here. If I were to manipulate this and make it into something different with like reverbs and delays, things like that, what would it sound like? I can pitch it up and do some things with it. So like by itself, that sounds ridiculous. I know. But if you filter it out and you maybe lower the pitch, I got to slide this back too so that it actually lands in the right spot. Let me bring the pitch down on it and see what that does. And then add a bunch of reverb. Actually, I'm going to go to multi-effects. I'm going to use the step effects and see if there's anything there that automatically spices that up. Let's try it again. It's kind of cool. Not bad. I'm going to bring this up an octave, actually. So we'll go up 9 from where I had it. Nope, too much. Sounds like an alarm. We don't want that. Let's try like a happy medium. So it is like, it says vocal shot police. So I guess it's supposed to sound like a little bit of like a vocal siren. So I can keep that. That's cool. That works, I think. Let me see. I'm going to EQ this out below the step effects. And then tuck that bad boy down. Tuck it. That's it. Just a little background ear candy, you know what I'm saying? Just to give something interesting there. I could do like every 8 bars that. It's fine. You can even do it here, do it here. Just do it every 8 bars. It's nice. It's a nice little sample that has a delay and reverb. It'll sound a little interesting in the mix of having just a loop that repeats. It'll just break it up. It's called ear candy. All right, so let's see what we have here. I think this intro is too long as well, so I'm going to just cut it in half and pull this down here and then hit cut section, and now we can do this. All right, let's see what we have. Maybe I'll add the violins here at the very beginning too. Yeah, we need to add this stuff to the intro chorus, intro hook. I didn't even hear that. What happened there? Oh, is that sample cut off? I think so. All right, let's do this. Let's put this right here, and let's see how that sounds. You know what? I'm going to move the position of this sample. All right, so let me do something. Cut the beginning of this first one off so that when I grab them all, they'll align where I put this one. I'm going to actually do something here, I think. That's where I wanted to do the whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 like that. Nope. So that's how I'm imagining, I think. Sounds good there. Kind of like part of the fill, I guess you would say, right? Let's move this up. Wherever the fill is, I can use them to align each other. All right, cool. Let's get rid of all these guys. Let's replace. Let me just throw a quick mastering on this. And in this case, I'm probably just going to use I'll use a preset from Ozone 9. By the way, I love Ozone 9. I think it's great. I just upgraded recently. Been using Ozone for years. But I'm just going to grab just a simple preset. This doesn't have to be like too intricate. Just a little clarity and volume, and we're good to go. See right here, just take out some of the lows. 32 and below for me. And then add a little bit around 10K or 11K. Maximize it. This is not mastering. This is just tightening up the beat. Just so you guys know. Give it a little life, you know. IRC4. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. It's more of a cook-up, I guess, than a tutorial, but I hope you learned something from it. And hope you guys are awesome. Mr. Mig, MaxxBeats, peace out.